Hello. We're going to do a video on creating a holiday planner. This is something that it can be really fun, but it can also be a bit scary because of realizing how much you're spending on a holiday. But for me, it's knowing that we're not going to get through halfway through our holiday and run out of cash, right? So I need to know how much we can kind of spend along the way, whether you're spending, $500 on a holiday or whether you're spending 5,000 or 20,000, right? You got to know where your funds are going so that you can enjoy your holiday. Money is the last thing you really want to worry about. So the way I usually do it for holiday planning is you got three main things, okay? You got flights / travel. You may not be flying. You have accommodation, right? You have, what's the other one? Expenses, right? And then you have emergency. Okay. And the way I like to do it is probably 4 piles. Let's give it a bit more room. Okay, here we go. And the easiest way, especially if you're not super savvy with Excel, all you really have to do is list the item, right? Cost. And then how much, right? So let's say you're going to have that many. I'm going to do a auto sum here. So let's say 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and we're going to auto sum here. Okay. And we're going to make this money, right? And then whatever the item is. So let's go copy this over to, actually, let's get the item as well. Again, it doesn't need to be super fancy. It just needs to be enough so that you can kind of make a list and go from there. Right? So these ones, I'm going to make these a bit smaller. Okay. So I can see it. Right? And let's say flights from place to place, it's going to be, 500. Let's say, why don't we do 700 for this part, babe? And let's go business class on this one. Right? So you travel that much. Then the next one is, we're going to be spending, $200 a night. We're there for 5 nights. So let's say $1,000. And then we're going to be going to the other place that's a bit cheaper. So let's go, 300. We're only there for a short time. Then other expenses are like, we're going to be traveling. We're going to be doing events. So let's say the first thing is going to be like $100. This is probably going to be our most complicated list. 100, 40, 50. Maybe you can do it by location. Up to you. Right? Let's say 500. Let's say 200. Okay. So that's your spending money. Then emergency is like your insurances. So that's usually like 100 for travel insurance. And I would also carry like, $300 in extra pocket money that you're not going to touch. That's just emergency. Then what I do is you can do a giant, summation, right? So let's bring it up here and we can bring it up. Let's say actually, let's bring it here. And you simply go equals this plus this plus, why is my plus not working? That's embarrassing. Hang on. This plus, there we go. Plus, okay. So now that's the cost of our holiday. I'm going to make that a bit bigger. Yeah. All right. Oh, too big. We're not that old. Okay. And then here I'm going to call it total cost of holiday. Right? And again, that's a bit too big. And that's it. Now, the great thing about this is you can mix and match now your holiday. You can say, oh, babe, actually, our budget's only $4,500. So maybe we can't grab that, first class, business class flight. So let's try and find a cheaper one there. Okay. That brings us back down, but now we can spend a little bit more. So let's put a little bit more into our spending money. We can finally go to that zoo that you really wanted. Right, and you're good to go. So again, not super fancy, but enough for you to kind of to lay it all out and see what it's all going to cost, right? Instead of trying to do it on paper and missing things. Okay, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed and see you next time.